Got that with 4 minutes this time. But welcome back, everybody, to the podcast, episode 45, Big Four, and with my co-host Luke today, of course, like month that we've been doing. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Just watched Brazil absolutely destroy South Korea. I mean, South Korea got a goal like near the end, but yeah, a pretty emphatic performance by Brazil, and they're on to the quarterfinals against Croatia, which should be interesting. But yeah, I'm doing good. How about you?
Pretty good. I'll just tell you right now, that's not going to be that too of an interesting of a match because every every time I see Brazil playing their A team, and the fact that they have a B team is kind of insane. Not a lot of
Yeah,
um the fact that I was looking, I was like, okay. So, I'm over here doing, my bets, and I always do like under or over. I should have done more over. I just did over 1.5 goals for like overall in the game, and Brazil had four just by themselves.
yeah.
I should have done more, but yeah, yeah, Brazil, boy, there's a reason why they were probably the favorite, the quote favorites. So yeah,
I
but
mean, I predicted they were going to win the World Cup on the podcast the first time I was on here, so
we were
it's
talking about
looking good.
up later so we can wait so we can get back to it towards the middle. But we will talk
All
about
right.
a lot of stuff to talk about like normal. Whew. Okay. So of course the big news, the big two topics that came around and I've already talked about it with doing a video, so I'm gonna let you talk about it and get your side of it. Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's more William Regal news about that's came out. And man, for him to be in AEW for only 9 months and then come back speaks volume to one Triple H, and it has to speak volume to some of the management there in AEW. What do you think about that? Because that's something that came out about.
Yeah, I can't say I'm too surprised that Regal, like his desire would be to go back to WWE and like continue what he's doing with Triple H. As let's be honest, the man that Regal has a relationship most in this business probably is Triple H, especially all their time in NXT. Like, of course, if Regal's gonna have a preference about where he will be if he has a choice, is WWE with Triple H over AEW with Tony. So I can't say I'm too shocked, and I'm finding it funny, like going on Twitter and looking all and finding all these like tweets like bashing William Regal about being a traitor, and I'm just like, he's not a traitor for just preferring which company he'd like to be at. Like, the reason why he went to AEW is because he didn't really have a choice in the matter. He got fired. So what was he going to do? Stay unemployed? So I really don't understand that sort of mindset from AEW fans. But yeah, I can't say I'm shocked, and I can't wait to see William Regal back in WWE to see what he do. I don't know whether he go back to NXT and be the GM again, or I don't know whether Triple H will go one step further and have Regal be the GM of either Raw or SmackDown, or have like some sort of role on the main roster. I don't know, but I am excited to see what the future holds for Regal if he's going back to WWE, which it's looking pretty damn likely he will be.
Oh,
So
he
yeah,
will.
I can't wait for it.
To me, he comes back. I don't think that he's going to go back to NXT. I have a gut.
No, I don't see it.
Just because I think he's done that, and if he going to come back, I think it's going to be how he did like a somewhat of a commissioner role back in the day. I think it's going to be something like that to an extent, but I don't think they're going to call it commissioner. I mean, they might, but that's the only thing I can think of him doing and doing backstage stuff and just helping the talent and everything. Um, and look, take this comment because EC3 is a little questionable with some of the stuff he said. There's a quote going out that he said that a lot of the AEW locker room would not take advice from Regal, which I hope that's not true.
I really hope that's not true. Like if so, that just shouts arrogance from all around the locker room. Because like if you really think like if you come from the indie scene and you've like gone to AEW and you're a part of that locker room now, and you all of a sudden have that mindset that you have nothing to learn about in this business anymore. Like if you've already made it big in AEW, then you have nothing else to learn in the business, then you're dead wrong. Like if someone like Regal with that experience gives you advice, you damn well listen, because he will give you a lot of advice that will really help out your career if you just listen. So yeah, that better not be true. Otherwise, that's just arrogance.
But like, he'll always be Cesaro to me, even though he's Claudio right now. Uh, he did like a little quote about what's going to happen to the Blackpool club and all that with him with Regal. He basically said Regal was going to leave, and like a comment that he said. So that tells me that he's definitely leaving for sure, because
Yeah,
even though you get all these dirt sheets that have said it, which when all of them say it, it's pretty much true. Like they not all of them are going to lie.
no,
But this came in, I was like, here's one, here's two. I said, oh my god, you see it
it's getting
every.
more and more likely. Yeah,
Yeah, so when you see that, and I'm like, so when I seen his comments were basically on the lines of, I don't know what we're going to do as a club and everything, and I got, of course he listened to Regal a lot because NXT back, I think it was 2011. He said that he was with, Regal helped him a lot, starting out and everything, and he always listened to him, but he didn't have no comment about that people weren't listening to Regal or taking advice. He actually mentioned that in the comment. So I mean, look, I don't take anything from EC3 that much because he's a little out there with some of the stuff he's done since leaving, but I don't know, man. To me, look, I talked about it, and I'll just say it real quickly. For him to leave in 9 months, I know it's Triple H. He's got a good relationship, but that just speaks volume. And two, I have never seen anybody have a thing in their contract saying if Triple H took over, and this supposedly is real, if Triple H took over, he had an out of his contract. I have never
how?
heard that.
Yeah, how in the hell did he convince Tony to put that in his contract? I don't know how the hell he negotiated that. He must be one hell of a master negotiator if that's the case.
Look, I don't know. I don't like doing theories like this. And Royal Wrinkle knew Vince was stepping down. Had to have.
He had to have. He had to have seen like something coming with Vince. That it's just like, yeah, Vince's days are numbered. I may not have to wait much longer in order for Triple H to take over. So I should probably put like something like that in my contract so I could get an hour and go back to WWE when Triple H takes over. Like if that's his thinking, then he's a genius. I'm sorry, he's a genius.
That he is. Just some other CM Punk. I ain't going to talk about it that much. Um, but he wants out of the AEW contract and everything, and Tony Khan has not actually bought him out and all that good stuff yet. Which one tells me he's thinking of bringing back, because if you have not bought him out yet, that means you still probably want him in the business in your company. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I follow the Nuppers. I don't watch their product. I don't have time. I said that myriad of times. But MGF is he's great, but he can't carry the entire show. You just can't have one person carry the entire show. Um, I think Tony wants to bring him back, but I don't think Punk wants back. I think that's going.
No.
I think that's the deciding thing. And I think I saw another quote, and it's not, I don't know if it's a thing, but I forget who it was. It was someone that's been in the business. Oh my god, it was on his podcast. I cannot remember who. I really cannot remember who right now. But he talked about this situation, saying that Punk wants to be out and all that good stuff, and that he would not be shocked if he went to WWE just because he feels like they would amend him and Triple H would amend things and everything. I don't know. But also he's still in the AEW game. If that tells you anything,
Yeah,
look, the game is in a law process, but you can take someone out. They're not
yeah,
going.
you can. Yeah,
They're not going to take him out because they're going to make more money off of it if with him
of
in it.
course.
Um, Monday Night Raw tonight, so we'll just do a little preview. We got look. I know a lot of people don't like JBL and Baron Corbin's thing. I'm still iffy about it, but I don't mind it because what the hell was Corbin doing in the beforehand? So like, you can't tell me it was worse than this, but
No,
not much. But he has a high stakes poker thing. Normally, when JBL has these segments, they're pretty. I'm not going to lie. When he has backstage segments like this, you know, this is probably going to be a little throwback to like the Attitude Era type of thing that he did. Um, Usos defend against Elias and Matt Riddle. Oh my god!
Usos retain next.
Why the hell are we so?
Elias and Matt Riddle, that is a fucking random tag team if ever I've seen one. I mean, I know they've been like buddies ever since Elias has returned and everything, but still, that tag team to me just doesn't work. It doesn't work at all.
Oh, I want see. I want Elias to do a Jeff Jarrett on Matt Riddle tonight with the guitar. Just
Yes, like after they lose, just fucking batter Matt Riddle with a guitar. Yeah,
I don't think he'll do that, but I think it's kind of noticeable that Elias is not going to be a good guy for much longer.
forever. No, no, definitely not. He's a natural heel.
He's better as a bad guy with that. He's just better.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it will retain. About an hour ago or so, they tweeted out two triple threat matches. We have Bailey, Rhea. Holy shit! Hey,
That's a good triple threat.
on live television, we're getting Bailey, Asuka, and Rhea in a triple threat.
That's got a bang.
That's insane. And then in the other triple threat, not really as good as the other one. Um, Nikki, Becky, and Alexa. It's still good, but it's not as good as the first one. The
Two
winner,
good triple threat matches though. Two good triple threat matches though. I'm excited for both.
I would have rather, seen Dakota or Io Sky than Nikki probably
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. To be honest.
because I mean Becky did the leg drop through both of them through the table at War Games. It would make sense to have at least one of them in this one, but
Yeah,
okay, I'm not going to complain too much. But the winners of those will face each other next week or time to be, and then the winner of that match will face Bianca probably at Royal Rumble. They said at a later time, but it's going to be Royal Rumble. They're not going to. I mean, unless someone in the doesn't, unless Nikki somehow wins this match and then beats whoever for the next one. I don't see them doing a women's championship match before Royal Rumble, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
no.
Um,
Um, so I could see. All right, so the second triple threat, I could see Nikki Cross or Alexa Bliss winning that match. I see either of those two. Like it's going to be one of those two winning that match for sure. And the first one, I could see probably Asuka probably winning that match. And I don't see Rhea winning. I don't see Rhea winning that match. It's too soon for Rhea. Um, who's the other one in the first triple threat?
Bailey.
Bailey. Yeah, I don't see Bailey winning that one either. So yeah, um, I think Asuka's winning that match, and I think it's going to be Nikki Cross or Alexa Bliss winning the second. And I could see, like, say if it's Alexa, for example, I could see Alexa and Asuka facing one on one. Alexa like cheating or like turning heel in order to win and go on to face Bianca or something like that. I could see that.
Yeah, I see Asuka and Alexa or Asuka and Nikki because I think Bailey and Becky's going to cancel each other out because one, I think in that triple threat with Becky, I think that's when Dakota and Io Sky gets involved and like takes her out. I think that's
Yeah,
where it gets eliminated. So, um, yeah, I think that too. But I don't know what else they got for Raw because I haven't really checked their Twitter or anything. But that's the things that I know for sure. Of course, you're gonna have Austin Theory and probably Seth continuing their thing, I believe. Um, I don't know what else, but that's just a little Raw preview. Talking about Seth, he did a live event in the hometown of Brody Lee, which is Luke Harper. If you don't pay attention. He did a little tribute to him. It was pretty nice and everything if you got to see it and
I
everything.
did see that. Yeah,
He also had that fan interaction. I don't know if it was the same event, but with that little fan that like literally dressed up how Seth would.
yeah, and laughed the same way too.
Yeah, and that was pretty cool too. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cool.
That was a nice interaction from Seth. I will admit.
Um, so let's talk about The Rock. There was I've already talked about it, so I'll let you talk about it real quick because I don't think it's going to happen. But The Rock potentially winning the Royal Rumble.
It's obviously a possibility that's always been there. Like because obviously the Rock and Roman has always been a rumored match to be happening at WrestleMania for the title. Even though I want to see Cody Roman, and also I want to see Rock Roman, but on the other night for not for the titles. That'd be the preferred way of that I would go about it. But yeah, I would not have the Rock win the Rumble. I would have Cody win the Rumble if it was me. But I can't lie, it is a possibility that The Rock could win the Rumble. Like you can't say it's not. He's one of the favorites to win the Rumble if we're being dead honest, which is unfortunate. But I would not go that way because I don't want to see another part timer like win the Rumble. In my opinion, it's such a waste. Like The Rock does not need a Rumble win in order to face Roman. The story's there from the get go. You only need Rock to show up, have a face off with Roman, and boom, the match is made. You could just pretty much make a match from there. But yeah, The Rock does not need to win the Rumble. I would not have it. I don't want to see because like last year's Rumble win was already a waste enough as it is. Like Brock did not need to win the Rumble last year, so I don't want to see two part timers win the Rumble 2 years in a row. Like I don't want to see that happening. So no, I would have Cody win the Rumble, Rock just show up and just have a face off with Roman and build that match up, and have that match happen in night one, and then do Cody Roman night two for the titles. That's the way I'd go about it.
Um, I would I talked about this. I didn't talk about what I would do with The Rock. I would have him come out Rumble, of course, and convert. Have that face off with Roman. Um, they will have the Royal Rumble men's match last, probably, wouldn't they?
Yeah, probably yeah.
So we will know if the Rock's going to be there beforehand or not. Because if the Rock does not confront Roman, then I will my panic button will be like
Yeah,
this. I'm like, oh no, he's gonna win the
he's
Rumble.
going to be in the Rumble. Yeah, because you just know if Rock is in the Rumble, he's going to win it. There's no fucker that's going to eliminate Rock. There's just nobody.
You know what?
Unless they really wanted to get someone over and eliminate The Rock that way, but I don't see it.
That'd be insane. I could see the Rock at though. I could see him saying, you know what, I'm gonna do that. But that wouldn't make no sense. If he's in the Rumble, he's gotta win. And
Yeah,
I don't want him to win. I don't want
no,
him to be even close to a Royal Rumble match. I don't want him to be.
no,
But
me neither.
I don't know. I do the same thing I do. Like I would have him come out when Roman beats Kevin Owens if that's the projected match, which probably will be. Um, I'd have The Rock come out, look at him and everything, give him like a little slap and everything, and then boom, rock bottom, boom, you got one of your probably not. I hope not one. main event because I think Cody should beat him on night two. But yeah, I hope it don't happen. Talk.
To build on that, to build on that actually, with The Rock at the Rumble and him coming out after Roman and all that, what I would do is I would further build on that. And you know how Solo the past like couple of weeks has been going all about like the elders thing. I would like just go all out and just have like Solo like sort of like just turn on Roman in a way and just go like, oh yeah, like the like the eldest thing I was talking about. Like it's time you like face the elder or something like that. And then out comes the Rock and faces Roman. Like just to have like Solo align himself with Rock instead of Roman. I feel like that would build a huge dynamic between Rock and Roman and sort of build that story a lot. And then obviously Sammy will the Sammy stuff will be involved as well with Jay and Jimmy. So it basically the whole bloodline just fucks up in one night. That'd be great.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean that would be very interesting, and it would make sense to why it makes sense where when Roman does lose to Cody, which that better be the thing. Um, it'd make a lot of sense because the bloodline and everything has basically fallen apart, so that would make a lot of sense. I do like that. Good stuff. Let's see. Um, for the Royal Rumble, they've added more, like a couple more sections. So they got 3,000 seats left for the Rumble. I mean, that 3,000 will be gone in no time because them adding more seats just going. They're just do that. And talking about Elimination Chamber sold out already, which I mean it ain't like a big stadium. It's like what 13, 15,000. But
Yeah.
the a lot of these pay per views are being sold out. Just shows how good Triple H has been as just getting the fans like into the product back again.
Yeah.
Because
Triple H is getting butts and seats again. He's getting butts and seats.
yes, talking about Cody, there was like a couple of reports that he is one almost like normal, like feeling back to normal with working out, and he's gaining and he's trying to put on some weight too. So
Ooh.
just imagine him putting on a little bit of weight and how he's back. He gonna look really really good when he
Almost like he's prepping for a Royal Rumble appearance or Royal Rumble win and a WrestleMania main event. Almost like he's preparing for it.
I I think that'll be the route they go because Cody not going to train this damn hard to try to get back fully. Um, last Royal Rumble news. Reportedly, they might WWE might have a Hell in a Cell match at the Royal Rumble. Now, I don't know. The only two people I can think of is KO and Roman. That's the only ones because they've been war games. Other than that, I don't see any other people doing Hell in a Cell because Triple H did say if they're going to bring Hell in a Cell back, it's going to be for a rivalry. It's going to be for something that's like like something that makes total sense, and it's just
Yeah,
oh here's Hell in a Cell.
yeah, yeah. And to be honest, that's why I don't see there being a Hell in a Cell match at the Royal Rumble because Roman and KO hasn't gone to that point yet. Like I know they have like a lot of history, like they had their Royal Rumble match back a couple of years ago, but like Roman and KO just doesn't have that level of rivalry between those two to really warrant a Hell in a Cell match. So I would say no. I don't want to see it. I agree with Triple H's notion of like Hell in a Cell matches should only be for the right feud, the right moment, the right time. Like yeah. So I don't see not Rock, Roman and KO being a Hell in a Cell match. I don't see it at all. Neither of anyone else on the card.
Yeah, that's why I said the only one I could it only make a little sense past rivalry would be KO and Roman, but I don't think it's not went that far easily. But I mean, they do have a month and a half to book it, so you don't. I mean, it might get to that far with how the booking is. I mean,
Maybe.
they do have a month and a half, so I'll give them that if they do that. So talking about Kevin Owens, I mean, surprise, surprise, it came out that he said he didn't enjoy his Universal title run. If that even surprise, surprise, that shouldn't be news, but I just wanted to throw that out there. I mean, they kind of fucked his title reign. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, like I did like the only thing I really enjoyed about KO's title reign was the stuff he did with Chris Jericho all throughout it. Like I enjoyed that stuff. But in terms of like his title defenses and all that, there were nothing really special, nothing really memorable about his matches during that run. It was just his segments with Chris Jericho that really are memorable. Apart from that, nah. And obviously, it ended in the worst way possible with Goldberg at Fastlane. So yeah, I don't blame Kevin Owens for not liking his Universal title reign, especially with how it ended. So yeah, I can't say I blame the guy.
Goldberg. Oh man, damn.
Mm.
Uh, you know what? Wouldn't that wouldn't have happened in the Triple H era. Jesus.
Nope, nope. Triple H would have done Goldberg and Lesnar at WrestleMania non-title and would have done KO with Chris Jericho for the Universal title at WrestleMania, which is how it should have happened.
Probably in the main event, or at least in a or something. I don't
Or
know.
yeah, something like opening match, whatever.
Um, someone that I mean, unless Sandy comes back, I don't care. Eric Young potentially coming back because Impact killed him off or something. It was pretty corny to me. I don't follow them, but it just didn't look good. How you want you know I'm not going to use that word because that might have been something with YouTube. But how you going to write someone off like that? It doesn't make. I'm sorry, it just don't make no sense. Um, so he's coming back, and then on SmackDown we saw Tegan Knox come back. I know you're excited. I like Tegan Knox as well. Um,
Get in.
I can't wait to see what she does. Now the only thing, it's going to be like Emma. It's going to be like Mia Yim. Anybody else that comes back that's a Triple H type of person, you're gonna have to work with them with the crowd reaction. She didn't. She got all right reaction, better than what Emma did, and better than what Mia Yim did. I think, but
Yeah, but
I,
still not like a huge pull. It's because it was just a random moment that she just returned it. Like no one was expecting it, so no one really knew how to react. If it was like say if Tegan returned at Survivor Series instead. Like say if it, like I agree that Becky was probably the right person, although I wouldn't have had Becky like return at SmackDown, even though she did get a huge reaction at SmackDown. But I would have waited till Survivor Series for the big pay-per-view reaction. But say if it wasn't Becky and it was Tegan in that spot at Survivor Series, she would have got a bigger reaction, way bigger reaction than what she actually got on SmackDown. But yeah, that's the only thing that's sort of like iffy with the Triple H returns with all the like former NXT talent is that they're not really getting much reaction due to how random the returns are. But apart from that, like the booking afterwards that Triple H will put them through, like they'll be fine with the crowd after a few weeks. They'll be fine. So I got no worries about Tegan, to be honest with you.
um, the only thing I will say about it, the people returning, it's out of the blue. You don't expect it unless you're over here on your phone looking at what going on. Go, oh my God, look who's returning. Uh,
I hate those people. I absolutely hate those people. Like, just watch the show. Don't look at spoilers. Like, why spoil it for yourself? I don't understand it. It's like watching a TV show, like another TV show, like I don't know, Walking Dead or something, as an example. So I know it's ended now, but just put it as an example. So it's like waiting for the Walking Dead episode, and on the day of the episode that is gonna like air, you just look at spoilers before you actually watch it. It just makes no sense.
I can tell you right now, I really do hate watching TV people that have already watched it and they're like, "Oh, look what's coming up," and I'm like, "Will you please just let me watch it and everything and tell me anything?" Like, even if it's a show on Netflix or something that say it's say it's been out for a good while, but I haven't watched it. I don't want you telling me anything or anything. Like, just let me be surprised when I watch it. Uh,
Yeah,
so, unfortunate thing that happened a couple of days ago. I don't know if it's a major one, but with the neck, it's really bad. It looked like he was returning, but I guess something re-injured or something with Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode had like some neck surgery or something. I don't know if it's major or not. To be honest, I didn't read. I didn't get to read into it that much. But I hope he comes back really soon because boy, I love Bobby. He's not Robert Roode. I hope to God when he comes back, Triple
he
H.
comes back as Bobby Roode instead of Robert Roode. Yeah, I agree. Like, I understand, like, sort of why Vince changed it to Robert Roode because obviously Bobby Roode was Robert Roode in TNA. So he was originally Robert Roode before he went over to NXT and became Bobby Roode. But just Bobby Roode just rolls off the tongue more, and it just sounds better, in my opinion. So yeah, I want to see him back as Bobby Roode, and I want to see Triple H bring back that Bobby Roode that we saw in NXT because he was an absolute star, as was most of the people that were in NXT under Triple H's booking. So yeah, hopefully he'll come back after his next surgery. Hopefully it won't take too long. But yeah, I just want to see him come back and have a good program with some top talent again because I missed that NXT Bobby Roode so much. He was a star.
I do too. Um, oh boy, this one, this one right here, this thing I'm about to say. Um, Tyson Fury wants to face the Paul brothers.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Oh God!
Um, I don't know, man. Tyson Fury wants to face the Paul brothers. You know, when I saw that, and I'm like, man, we gotta talk. You know, we gotta talk about it. It'll be a funny topic to talk about. Um, Logan, I'm fine with. Jake, Jake will probably be all right. I don't know. Um, but I do not want to see Tyson Fury in a ring ever again.
I agree. Like Logan, yeah, he's been great. Like his first three matches, very impressive. Like probably the most impressive three match wrestler I've ever seen in my life. So I'm fine with Logan like getting back into the ring once he's back from his injury. Jake, it sort of just depends on how well he actually trains. Like if Jake can train as well as Logan can and he can learn as fast as Logan can and even be like even halfway decent, then fine. Like the Paul brothers in a tag match could be fun, yeah. Like say like how funny would it be to see the Paul brothers versus the Usos or something? Like that could be good. But Tyson Fury, no. I just never want to see Tyson Fury in a WWE ring ever again. Because my God, he was absolutely terrible fantastic boxer, world class, probably the best in the world. But in
Hmm.
a WWE ring, no, I do not want to see that ever again. Keep him away.
And to me is every once in a while Triple H will have these people come in and he might have one celebrity match. Well, he might have two or three per year. I could see him doing that. Boy, in Vince's when Vince was doing it, he'd have like five or six, and it wouldn't make any sense. So I think Triple H at most will do two a year with certain
Yeah,
stuff. So I mean, it might could be one of them. I don't know, but I hope Tyson Fury stays away. Um, Sasha Banks just got done filming her first movie. I guess that was the big thing that was coming up that she did on Instagram and all this saying that people's like, oh my gosh, she's going to return at Survivor Series. Nah, no,
Nope.
she didn't return at Survivor Series. Hell, a couple of days later, she was in Boston for a Celtics basketball game. So,
She was in town, for fuck's sake. Could have
so,
at least popped up in the crowd, Sasha, for Survivor Series. Could have at least popped up in the crowd and said hi. But no.
but she just got done filming the first movie. Also, Ric Flair claims that she I guess since her and Charlotte probably decent friends that Rick Rick claims that she would never go to AEW if she was returning to WWE, which we kind of all figured. But
Yeah, I'd figured that Sasha would never go to AEW. Like, I don't see any reason why she'd go there. If, in fact, the only place that I would see Sasha go, if it's not WWE, it's Japan. Because, like, Sasha loves Japan. She's said that in the past. She loved to work in Japan. And obviously now that there's the, like, New Japan. New Japan now has a women's title. Kairi Sane currently holds it. So, if Sasha were to return to wrestling and not be WWE, I could see Sasha like facing Kairi Sane for that title at probably like a Wrestle Kingdom or something like that. Like next year's Wrestle Kingdom, maybe. But apart from that, no, I don't really see Sasha going anywhere else but WWE when she returns. But yeah, never in AEW, I don't think.
um, Scarlett might be close to actually doing some stuff. I don't. She's done in ring stuff before, I think, but I have never seen her. So personally, I can't talk about it.
I have seen her wrestle before. She's actually pretty good for America. She's actually really good. Like for example, like someone we can compare it to, Lana. Like she's much better than Lana in the ring. Like Lana, I know, like tried her best to be like improve and all that. But yeah, like Scarlett is actually very good in the ring. So I would not mind seeing Scarlett in the ring wrestling like some of the talent. So yeah, personally, I don't mind seeing it.
Um, I mean, I don't think anyone wouldn't mind seeing it, but uh, but you know, that
You're talking facts.
that came out where it was planned that she was supposed to be getting in the ring or something. She didn't know anything about it, or supposedly or something, and it got through out. But that tells me that she might be close to getting in a ring and doing some stuff. Who knows? Talking about more women, Aaliyah that sucks. It's back cleared. I'm glad that she's healthy, but she is god awful. I am sorry. Looks can get you just as far as they can, but your wrestling skills gotta add more to your character and to your abilities, and she does not have that. She's been in the Performance Center, NXT, and with the company for almost over a decade, and she hasn't gotten much better. Someone else that just needs to probably hang it up. Lacey Evans is repackaged once again.
Oh God, no, Lacey, Jesus Christ, how many repackages do you need?
I don't.
Like, come on,
This is the
like third, fourth time she's been repackaged. Just like, how many times do you need to be repackaged and still not be interesting? Like that just says something about how bad you are as a character and as a wrestler. Like she's never been good in the ring. And the only fallback she would have is like having a decent character, but she don't even have that. She's changed her character like three times and still not interesting. So yeah, no, she needs to. I think if you can't be an interesting character after three repackages, then you're never going to be interesting. So time
now.
time to call it a career, in my opinion.
I know. I said that as well. I'll give it a chance because this is going to be the Triple H version, the true Triple H version. But I will say this: her as the Southern Belle, character wise, was actually pretty decent.
Yeah,
I,
that was her best character by far.
I feel
Everything
like,
after that was awful.
yeah, I feel like her as that was pretty decent. I think they just did a lot of stuff over the top that didn't need to be over the top with some of the things they did. Um, let's see here. I ain't gonna talk about a lot of AEW stuff, but when it comes to MJF, which is the best thing they got going by far, I will talk about it. And we can make our prediction now. Do you think he's going to stay with AEW or go to WWE?
Yeah, because they've made that a whole storyline, haven't they?
Yeah.
Like they've even talked about it a lot on TV.
Uh, before you say it, I'll just talk about the plans. Of course, they got. He's supposed to be facing Brian Danielson. Of course, it kind of makes sense. Um, but it was reported that he's supposed to face him at, I forget, Revolution, and that is like in 4 months. I don't know how they're building this, how they're even going to get up to that because I feel like they need to fight before that, but I don't even know how they're going to get to that. So that's some of the plans for him. But to me, man, for him to name drop Triple H, Nick, WWE a lot, if he don't come back to AEW, Tony Khan is a damn dumbass, man. I'm just telling
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I mean, the amount of times that AEW, not AEW, MJF has name dropped WWE, he seems dead set on going there eventually. So, like, if I'm Tony, I'm going in panic stations and trying to do everything I can in that amount of time to try and convince him to stay and see what happens. But yeah, like, if you're gonna name drop WWE that amount of times on TV, like you can't name drop him that many times and not be dead set on going there eventually. You just can't. So I think personally, I think if Tony doesn't give MJF what he would want in order to stay, I think MJF is going to WWE. I think he'll be gone.
Hey, I just tell you right now, tr- I guarantee you, and Triple H is not going to do this often. I guarantee you, when he gets to talk to MJF, which he definitely will, he is going to do this. He's going to get the checkbook and be like, "How much you want?" I
Yeah.
guarantee. Look, Vince would do that. Triple H is not going to do that often, but for him and for him to be in WWE with all the people they've already got, I guarantee you he would do that. I guarantee you.
Oh, definitely. Because MJF has everything it takes to be a success in WWE. He's fantastic on the mic. He's great in the ring. He has a great character. He's a fantastic heel. Like, he can get under anyone's skin. He has everything it takes to be a top heel in the company and in the top heel as well. Like, the top heel in the company. He has everything it takes. So, yeah. If I'm Triple H, literally get out the checkbook and be like, how much you want? I'll give it to you.
But
So yeah.
probably going to be Nick because he's over the finances. I just remembered that, but
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, Nick. Yeah.
man, that's got to be a art. I don't know. I wonder if Nick and Tony are even good. Like, I wonder how that even works out.
True. That is very true. I didn't think about that.
Man, that got to be. That's got to be an awkward. Man, I don't know. Uh, but personally, I'll just say this: if AEW loses MJF, oh my god. Um, if they lose him, I and I don't wish this. I love competition, but that might be the end. I'm gonna just that might
Yep.
be. I'm gonna just say that. I mean, it. Oh man, yeah. Tony Khan better be. He better have two checkbooks out. Triple H and Vince. Tony Khan will have to have two out. Let's just put it like that. And if I were to predict right now, I'd say he's going to.
Yeah,
I think.
I agree.
All right. This is where we're going to take a timeout from wrestling, and we're going to talk about the
World
World.
Cup time. Alrighty then. So I have got my World Cup predictions from where we are now to the very end in the final. So where we are now, Brazil is now through to the quarterfinals. So we have one last round of 16 match remaining before. Actually, no, we have two. We have two round of 16 matches before the quarterfinals, and that's Spain versus Morocco and Portugal versus Switzerland. And in my opinion, I think Spain is going to beat Morocco. I think Morocco definitely have a chance. They've been looking very good this World Cup, but I personally am backing Spain to go through. I think they might win on penalties, though. I think it's going to be close. It's either going to be a last minute winner from Spain, or it's going to go to extra time and Spain get a winner there, or it's going to go to penalties. I think it's going to be very close. I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think. But I think Spain will beat Morocco. And Portugal versus Switzerland, I think Portugal will beat Switzerland. Portugal just has a low quality up front. Even without Diogo Jota, obviously missing out due to injury, even without him, they just have so much quality up front. I think that they will beat Switzerland. So that means the last quarterfinal match will be Spain versus Portugal. So that'll be interesting. So this is when we get to the quarterfinal matches, and the first one is Netherlands versus Argentina. Now this is going to be very interesting. Very interesting for me, especially as one of the players, Virgil van Dijk, who plays for my club Liverpool. He's going to be going up against arguably the GOAT of football, Lionel Messi. Oh boy. I want to back Netherlands just purely because of Virgil van Dijk, but I know I think Argentina will go through.
Okay, look, why I got Argentina as well. You know, the U.S. had a decent run. We weren't going to win, but for our offense to do, we had a lot of opportunities that we fucked up. Let's just say that. And I feel like it should have been probably tied. I mean, it could have been even. We might even be even winning, but that's why I think Argentina their offense they're going to finish more than we will. That's why I think Argentina wins.
True, very true. But then also Netherlands have an amazing defense, so it could go either way. But I am personally, as much as it hurts me, because that means Virgil will be going out of the World Cup. I am personally going to back Argentina to go to the semi-finals. And the next one will be Brazil versus Croatia. I think Brazil will definitely be winning this match. Croatia, I mean, they may get a goal, but apart from that, I don't really see them beating Brazil at all. So Brazil will be going through there. France versus England. Now, this will be the tasty one. And I am not just saying this because I'm Welsh. But yeah, I don't see England beating France. I just don't. like, like England have looked good. I'm not going to lie. Like England have looked good. As much as it hurts me to say, they have looked good. But it's France, and Kylian Mbappe at this moment in time, in my opinion, is the best footballer in the world right now. He is on another level. So I think Kylian Mbappe is going to tear England's defense to shreds. So go on.
I think I saw a stat, and this is pretty insane. He's 23 years old.
Yep.
20, he's
Yep.
got same amount of World Cup goals than Messi and more than
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
And more than Ronaldo. Yeah. And he's 23 years old. It is madness. And he's already got a World Cup as well because he won the World Cup with France 4 years ago. He already has he won a World Cup at 19. Like, it's not many that do that. There's just not many at all. So, yeah, I think Mbappe is going to give England players nightmares. So I think England will score like a goal or two and make it sort of close, but I think France is just going to score more goals and go through. And the last quarterfinal match will be Portugal versus Spain, and this one is going to be close, but I think Portugal will just beat Spain here. Again, I just think the quality Portugal up front. Spain have a better midfield. I will not lie. Spain has a better midfield, but I personally think Portugal has a way better attack. Like Spain have a decent attack, like Alberto Moreno, like he's been killing it this World Cup for Spain. But as a whole, like the whole attack of Portugal, I think it's just a bit more stacked. So I'm personally going to back Portugal to beat Spain here and go to the semi-finals. Semi-finals here, and this is when it gets really tasty. So we have the Battle of the South Americans, a sort of rematch of the Copa America final, if you will. Brazil versus Argentina. Two favorites of the World Cup here. Like you can see either of these two winning, but I'm going to back Brazil all the way. Sorry, Lionel Messi, but as much as I would like to see you win the World Cup, I don't think it's happening. Sorry, Leo. Uh,
Brazil has looked like the best team, anyways.
uh, Brazil have looked unstoppable. Like it's the fact that they have an A team and a B team that is just terrifying. Like
They
I
had
know they're B.
they
Go
had
on.
B team against, I don't know, I forget who they were facing. They had their B team and they still they I don't know, that's crazy.
Yeah, like it's the fact that they have a B team and that still looks like fucking good compared to like some other international teams that have the A teams. And the A team, like it's just insane. Like they score a shit ton of goals. They don't concede many. They only conceded one today, and that was due to a very good goal that was deflected. So a bit lucky as well. So yeah, just everything from attack, midfield, defense, goalkeepers. Just Brazil just have it all. So yeah, I think Brazil will beat Argentina. Um, Again, I think this will be a closer one than some people might think because Argentina do have a lot of quality, but I think Brazil will win. And France versus Portugal for the second semi-final match, and I'm personally going to back France to go to the final over Portugal. Again, Kylian Mbappe, he's going to carry France to the final. Olivier Giroud has also been very good as well. Like Giroud and Mbappe, that partnership that they got going on has been very, very good. So yeah, I think France will beat Portugal. So actually, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo both will get eliminated in the semi-finals. So both of them will look to get to the finals and then miss. So, which is actually quite funny if you think about it. But yeah, I think France will beat Portugal here, which means the finals is going to be, in my opinion, Brazil versus France. And I have said it before. I said it the first time I was on this podcast, and I did the whole like predictions thing and my favorites and who's going to win the World Cup. I did say my three favorites for the World Cup was going to be Brazil, Argentina, and France. Those were the three I said. Well, actually, I said Netherlands as a like underdog favorites, but if I had to do like a third favorite, it would have been France. But Brazil was my first. I've predicted Brazil to win the World Cup from the very start, and I'm going to predict them still now to beat France in the finals. And Brazil are going to win the World Cup over the reigning champions, France.
Yeah. Um it'd be hard to really pick against Brazil right now with how they looked all throughout the tournament, to be honest.
Exactly, exactly. I think it's going to be a very entertaining final. Like Brazil and France, to me, sounds mouth-watering. That is going to be a final to remember if that does happen. But yeah, I'm personally going to back Brazil all the way.
That would be I yeah, oh boy. I don't know football like you do, of course, but I do know people. I have watched games, not all of them, but I have watched games, and France and Brazil look like the best teams. But it only takes that one game for a team that to knock them off or anything. So,
Yeah,
but man, I don't know if I see. I don't see Brazil losing. I see them going to the finals. They could lose there, but I don't see them. I see them making the finals for sure. I don't know. I don't.
definitely.
Yeah, but that is the World Cup stuff right now. It's been a pretty good tournament overall and everything. And I'm glad I've got to watch some of it. But oh my god, this 10 a.m. stuff for me, I can't watch 1 p.m. I can barely watch m games, but I understand it because the time difference. But when it gets when it gets to the quote quote elite eight, basically, I don't know how they word it, but I'm gonna say elite eight because that's like a basketball term for me when it comes to March Madness. That elite eight, final eight teams, I'll probably try. I don't know how they will do that with playing, like what time they play and all that when it goes down to the elite eight.
To be honest, I'm not sure. I think they'll do like two teams like two matches per day. So like two like because like quarterfinals there's four matches. So I think they'll just do like two matches on one day and two matches the next day, and that's how they'll go about it. I think that's how they'll go about it.
I didn't know they were just going to do one a day because to add more, um, just more build up to it or something like that.
They could do, but I think they'll do two. I could be wrong though. They could do one, but either or.
Okay. Hmm. But that's the World Cup. I can't wait to watch the rest of it and everything, and it should be a really good thing. Really good rest of the tournament, I should say. Um, we got a few more news about stuff, and that's really about it. Um, Unfortunately, yesterday was the 13th year that Umaga passed away, and Umaga to me, I really liked Umaga as a, even though he was a heel, he was a very likable person and everything, just in general. So it was 13 years ago yesterday that the date was. Let's see here, something that I couldn't believe. So it came out. Kurt Angle said when Brock left WWE or something the first go around, he wanted to eventually go to TNA, but guess what? That people at TNA did not want him. Uh,
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I was just like, no, we got robbed of Brock Lesnar versus young AJ Styles and young Samoa Joe. No.
when I saw that, I'm like, first of all, what was TNA thinking? I, and I know the way he left. That's probably why they didn't do it because at that time they really did have a good core group and everything, and they had like a they didn't have this out Eric Bischoff, Hogan stuff, and all that. They had true good wrestling storylines and everything. So maybe they didn't want to bring him in because of that. I don't know, but I feel like that would have benefited them even more. But it is what it is.
I, I think the reason why they didn't sign him, I think it's because I like just asked for like much more than they were willing to give, which would make sense. Brock Lesnar isn't exactly cheap, but at the same time, like, can you imagine like how much like popularity Brock Lesnar would have given TNA back then? Like TNA already was like very popular back then. Like everyone was watching it. But like, my God, the star power Brock Lesnar would have brought to that roster, freaking heck!
But
Like it would have been insane. It would have been worth the money, in my honest opinion.
yeah, I don't. I mean, of course, I don't know what amount, but I think it would have benefited them a ton. I mean, a ton. Um, Talk about some stupid. Oh boy, Sergeant Slaughter still thinks Vince is still running the business somehow. I don't know. I don't know if he's got E or something. I'm trying to say this in a nice way, but that's bad. I don't know if he got CTE from just concussions he might have had, like back in the day or something, or his brain, or something with his brain just not working. But if Vince was still running the company, we wouldn't see a lot of this stuff that's happening. So I don't know why he was somehow still a part of the company.
Unless he's been living under a rock for the past like 4 months.
I don't know, man. That kind of, when he said he still thinks he's right, I couldn't believe I was reading that article, man. Boy, that's bad too. Um, Dustin Rhodes, he announced at a some event that this upcoming year is going to be his last year wrestling. For me, I would love for him to be back with Cody and back in WWE for that last run because it makes the most sense. I mean, that is his home, literally his home.
Yeah.
So I I would like for him to come back, but I don't know. I don't know if he will or not. But I feel like he should end his run with WWE because that's where he started and all that. So, uh,
I agree. I agree. Like if Dustin's gonna end his career anywhere, it should be WWE. It shouldn't be AEW because like he's only been there like a couple of years, like compared to WWE where he's been there his whole career. So like yeah, just have one last run with Cody. Like either like do like one last feud or one last tag team like run with each other or something. I don't know what they do, but just do something with Dustin. Have that one last ride and then just have Dustin go off into the sunset. I feel like that would be great.
yeah. Um, someone a big time free agent might be coming up, and look, he was in the Cruiserweight Classic and everything. Oh my God, of
Oh
course.
Christ. Of
Um,
course, there's got to be at least one.
um, he was in the Cruiserweight Classic. He put on a hell of a match, and he only had one match.
Oh yes, he did.
He got upsetted, and two, his contract ends with New Japan at uh, at the end of January of next year. And I would love for Triple H to pick him up because one, he is a great wrestler. Two, he's so physical, and that is Koto Ibushi. I would love for him to do it because I think it makes sense. And oh my God, the matches that he would do with so many people would be insane.
Kota Ibushi is one of my favorite wrestlers in Japan. Like he's absolutely insane. Like I've watched like some of his matches in New Japan. Some of my favorite matches in New Japan history has Kota Ibushi in it. Like in particular, one that stands out: Kota Ibushi versus Shinsuke Nakamura, Wrestle Kingdom 9. Oh my god! If you want to talk about a physical war, that is the match you go to. Like I thought those two were gonna kill each other. So like Kota Ibushi versus Nakamura, Kota Ibushi versus Okada, Kota Ibushi versus Jay White that happened at the Wrestle Kingdom just like a couple of years ago. Oh, incredible matches Kota Ibushi has had. Like Naito, another person he's had incredible matches with. Like Ibushi is like a 5-star machine. Like any guy you can get into a ring with, Ibushi will produce a classic out of. So yeah, just like in WWE, imagine the matches he would have against the likes of Styles, Rollins, Nakamura again, like Roman Reigns. Like you could list the names. Hell, Brock Lesnar. Give him Brock Lesnar. That would be a war. Like just the amount of names that are there that he could face in WWE would be insane. Like I could see him being a very good intercontinental champion in WWE. I just see the intercontinental champion looking very nice on his shoulder. So yeah, I would love to see Triple H pick up Kota Ibushi. For me, that's a no-brainer. If I'm Triple H and I see Kota Ibushi is about to become a free agent, I'm not hesitate. I'm saying I'm signing that motherfucker. I'm giving you whatever money you want. Come to WWE. I will make you into a superstar. So yeah, Kota Ibushi has everything. He's incredible.
I think his one match in the Cruiserweight Classic was against Cedric Alexander, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he had a couple more. He faced Cedric. He beat Cedric, and that was the best match that he had in Cruiserweight Classic by far. And he faced TJP, TJ Perkins, which he did lose that match. That's the match he got upset in. With I know, like everyone expected Cody Ibushi to win the Cruiserweight Classic, and I think originally he was going to. It's just that I think it's because he wasn't willing to sign a contract with the WWE. That's why they didn't have Kota win the whole thing, and they had TJP win the whole thing instead. But I think the original plan was to have Kota win the whole thing, which I'm not surprised. He was the favorite to win from the get go, but yeah, he didn't want to sign a contract with the WWE, so they just had TJP win instead. But yeah, I would love to see Kota in WWE. That's been a want of mine for years.
Uh, I think that Cedric Alexander match. I think with him, I could go back and watch that, and I think that was the best match of the entire tournament.
Oh,
Really,
easy, easy. It's not even close.
because bro, I can remember. I don't know how it goes exactly, but they were back and forth exchanging, and man, I think Cedric hit him with like a kick and did the lumbar check, and I literally thought he had beaten him. That's how
Yeah.
over it
Yeah,
was.
and then Kota kicked out. Cedric hit him with another kick right afterwards. Kota kicked out again, and you just see Cedric's face just dumbfounded. It was just brilliant. Like what a match!
Yeah,
Easy match of the tournament.
you know what? After this podcast, I'm going back and watching
I
Coda.
got back to watch the match yet, so am I. That's just like, oh yeah, I want to watch that match again now. That was a
I,
banger.
I'm glad that he's in the news about something with his contract because that Cedric match is forever in my brain as the best cruiserweight classic match of all the tournament. I mean, the entire tournament was really good, but
Yeah.
let's not even talk about what further because they just fucked all that up. Vince just loves doing that. But something else I didn't do, and this is my one of the last few things.
Get it all out, Tyler. Get it all out.
Oh man, God, I got choked up about something.
We,
Probably.
we got so hyped. We got so hyped over Cody Ibushi with Cedric Alexander. You almost died.
Oh, I almost did, boy. Um, so a bit thing that just came out. This was earlier today. I guess while I was sleeping. Just an article that I saw before coming on here doing was Shelton Benjamin. They the one of the reasons why they didn't put a world title on him in his prime is because quote quote he lacked personality. That sounds like a Vince McMahon thing.
Yep,
Ever
yep,
heard?
that's definitely a Vince thing. Definitely a Vince thing. Didn't
Oh,
have personality. Oh my word.
and I'm like, really? Like, I feel like he did a lot of personality stuff, and I just don't. I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
like I watched a lot of Shelton Benjamin stuff from back in the day, and like he was funny. Like some of the segments I've seen him in were like very entertaining to watch, and he was absolutely hilarious. So I don't know how the reason why he didn't get pushed for a world title or anything like that is because he had no personality. It's just like what? What? I really don't understand that.
I don't know either. I'm doing like the hand emoji, like this with the face and the arms out. That's
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't. I mean, that's really what it is. I don't understand that, but that if that's the reason he didn't get world championships, boy, Vince is really bad. Um,
Yep.
but the last bunch of news uh, we have, and it's a sad one. I'm not going to lie to you. Um, so um, Bray's uncle Barry Windham is in the in the ICU. I don't know what for or anything, but his wife, what is her name? what is Bray's wife's name? Uh, oh God, she did the ring announce and stuff.
JoJo.
JoJo, yes, boy, she fine. Um, yes, Bray's winning aspect, but something that is bad. He's in the ICU. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to make it or what's up. But I saw that article before getting on here. That's like the last thing I saw. Um, I'm, Bray's had a lot of the last few years has been tough on him, especially with
Yeah,
how Vince just
brutally.
screwed with his mentality. Um, with Brody, and now with this, I hope, I hope,
Seems like it's one hit after another with him, man. It's tough.
yeah, it's tough. I really hope you know, it goes, he pulls through and everything. But I don't know, man. It's I feel for Bray a lot because with all the stuff he's went through the last few years. So hopefully he's all right and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I mean, who knows? But hopefully, yeah, man. I mean, I know a lot of stuff has happened through the last few years, especially with everybody. With COVID and a lot of other stuff. Especially being shut down. Like when when you have to when you can like basically go to work. The last like COVID had like true peak and it was terrible. You had you went to work. You wearing a mask at work and everything. Like definitely not because it was terrible. And um, then you went to the store and the only other place you could go after that was like doctor's office. You were sick or like it's that time period was crazy. Just with certain stuff, I think just with everybody in general, because I mean it's crazy. I met my wife, which she wasn't. I wasn't even thinking about that. I met my wife during the COVID peak era, like literally in 2020 in March, which is when it went from this new virus, and after the month of March, it went like just straight up.
Yeah, yeah.
E-
Pandemic. Thwomp.
Everyone literally had it, which luckily I can say I've had it once, and that is all. I know a lot of people that's had it multiple times. So
I've been very lucky. Like as far I may have had it right at the beginning when there wasn't no COVID tests because I know I was ill like right at the very beginning, but I don't know if it was COVID, but it probably was. But in terms of like confirmed that I've got COVID, like I've got a positive test or anything, I've never had that. So I've been very lucky. Hopefully that luck continues.
um, when that new variant, I can't even keep up with the variants that they had. They had one called the Delta, which was the probably the worst one out of all of them. That's when my entire family legit got it, and oh my god, it was you talking about that's the worst sickness I've ever had, and people can downplay about COVID and all of that. I've never done that um because I don't downplay any sickness. I don't care if it's however like whatever the sickness is, but that's probably the worst I've had because I can remember it legit because I was at work and I'm over here feeling I'm normally when you work night shift and all that since you do your body acts a little different. You're probably more tired with night shift. So I'm my normal stuff, normal self, and everything, and I'm feeling more tired. My body hurts a little bit, and I'm thinking, maybe it's just because night shift because I was on my third night and everything, and I was like, okay, third night out of four, and I was like, ooh, I said, man, I don't know, I'm just not feeling well. Now I wasn't thinking any of it. This was probably an hour and a half before getting off, I go to bed. When I wake up, I legit, I legit knew I had it because I woke up, I had body, my head hurt, and I said, oh yeah, I said, even though you have to get the test to confirm it just for work, I knew that I already had it. I knew it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. You just knew it.
so this is what I will say about COVID. If you don't know if you have it, trust me, you will definitely know if you have it just because of how it works. Of how this
Yeah.
I had no taste, I had no smell. Boy, that was the most terrible period ever. And to be honest, the worst part about it is my taste to certain things are different now because of it.
Wow, Jesus.
Like like I was big on like if I ate it on nachos or other stuff like baked potato, yes, because I had with sour cream. Sour cream I used to love putting it on a lot of stuff. If I do nachos now, I have sour cream on the flavor up for me. So
Wow.
so that
Fucked up your taste buds that bad, huh? Jesus.
yeah, it was bad, but it is what it is. Now we're back into the flu season, especially here. Oh my god, I've never seen the the flu said not to do it in a joke. I mean, at this point, we finally gotten past most of the COVID. I mean, COVID's still going, but not as bad as it was. Thank God.
Mm. Flu season is definitely back though, because like I've been sick twice in the past month, like just from the flu, and both times I thought I had COVID. Like I woke up like absolutely feeling like dog shit. I was like, I'm certain I have COVID. My luck has gone to an end. Oh fuck my life. And then I took a test, and I was just like negative. Thank God. Okay, let me take another one, so it's making sure it's not a false negative. Oh, negative again. Hey, okay, so it's not COVID. It's just a flu. But like, I got it's so annoying. And I was taking the too, but I was just like, no, I got the flu. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, it was bad.
So basically, the flu was like, okay, you can have your little run, to COVID, and now the flu said, hey, it's my turn, boy,
Yeah, it's my turn now, bitches.
my turn. Oh my.
COVID, you take your time.
Boy, but yeah, there's a lot of sickness going around now that's not even COVID, so it's basically semi going back to normal, the world just in general. So,
Yeah,
I mean, it has been for a while now, but just overall in general, I mean, you still got so much sickness. So,
yeah.
I hope everyone out there, I hope y'all stay safe and hopefully not get sick. Crazy thing is, my wife has been sick with a lot of I don't even know what it is. I think she had the flu, but I don't know. It just made her weak a lot,
Yeah,
and I've been right beside her and every. I haven't gotten sick once.
lucky.
Yeah, my immune
Very lucky.
for the most part is really really good. Now, with the cold weather and all that, normally I get like a cold or stuff at least once. I have so far somehow. I'm not even going to knock on wood because I know it's going to happen anyways. But
Yeah.
but luckily I haven't. I'm surprised I haven't. But do you have anything else for the podcast? If not, I have nothing else. I think that I'm pretty sure I have went over everything on my list.
No, no, absolutely nothing. I think you went over absolutely everything, and I've got nothing to add. So yeah, it's been a good podcast, as
Yeah,
usual.
yeah, it has been, and I appreciate you coming on once again. Um,
As always, as always.
yeah, so the podcast is just going to vary. If you haven't noticed, it's just going to vary on whichever day he's free. Just because I want,
Yeah,
because for me, I want to make sure. that he's free, and then I'll just work around his schedule because I can actually do that with. Well, we can both do that night shift, so it kind of works out. Even though,
Yeah, yeah. Thankfully, we both like work night shift, so it really does work out with our schedules. Thankfully, but yeah, especially like this month, as my schedule this month is very crazy with the whole Christmas thing. Because like in my hotel, Christmas parties going on, so like for me and other people in my position, we're having to work a lot of shifts together. So we're working a lot more shifts than usual. So this month I'm gonna be very busy. But the days that I'm not on, I will let you know, and then we'll continue doing podcasts as we usually do.
sound good to me. Dang, let's see. I ain't got nothing else. I just making sure. So this has been episode 45, 4 5. Stuff that's coming up. I've already recorded episode 101 of TKW, all that. I've recorded a live show already for 57. 102, I'll probably record here soon. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff. And the thing is, I've got a lot of stuff on the PlayStation with storage of videos already ready. And I I think I'll leave that to my month consistency on January because I'm going to have to make sure I have enough content and all that, which I will, but I think I'm going to leave most of that for the month of January so I can just build up, build up. But who? Uh, I don't think I have anything. NFL Week 14 predictions with Tyrell and Temple will be either to let's see, today is Monday, either Tuesday or Wednesday, probably most likely. I'll do that live with Tyrell or Temple. I might actually get Temple on for once if Tyrell's working. So it just depends with their schedule. Heck, I might just record it by myself this week again. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work since Tyrell got a new job and all that. So it's trying to get that situated. But uh, yeah, just look out every day. I'm going to have something uploaded, maybe, or every other day. I've been trying. I've been trying to like the last couple of weeks. I have went super hard, so I'm trying to relax and everything a little bit, even with still doing stuff. Um, yeah, I haven't relaxed that much still, but it's just because I know up and I an upload or stream every day. So, um, and for the fact that I've done that for 2 straight years, two, three, hell, I don't know, but the fact that I've done that for that long, it's just a thing that just a little thing that I do. But all right, yes, I think that's all the stuff to talk about with stuff upcoming. There'll be other uploads, other stuff. We have a podcast next week sometime. I don't know which day, but we'll figure that out. It don't matter. We'll figure that out whenever that is. We'll see you guys for episode 46. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, of course. Hit the like. Greatly appreciate it. And hope y'all have a great day. Yeah, hope y'all have a great day and everything. And hope you have a let's see. What time is it there right now?
Right now it is 8 past 11.
8 past 11. So it's 6. Yeah, 6:11. So we got about an hour and 50ish, 45 minutes till Raw. So hope you guys.
Hope
I'll,
you'll enjoy Raw.
yeah, I might take a little nap before Raw and then get back on. But
I'm going to be watching it as well as I'm not in work tonight. So, way.
so you get to actually watch it, and it looks like it's going to be a good one because two triple threats that should be really good. And then we get the great team of Elias and Matt Riddle.
Yeah, excited.
But should be hopefully it's a good one. I have faith that he got to turn around Raw. Triple H got to turn around Raw because he's turned around SmackDown, but boy, Raw has fell flat compared to SmackDown since I've
The past couple of weeks.
yeah, but hopefully he does. But episode 45, greatly appreciate it. See you guys for next week for episode 46. Peace out, y'all.
Catch you all next week.